Have you ever experienced being so focused on a task that you lose track of time, forget about your surroundings, and perform at your best? That's the power of the flow state, a mental state that allows you to tap into your full potential and achieve peak performance. Hello and welcome to Mr. Sleep Well. If you're looking to boost your productivity and unlock your full potential, you may have heard of the flow state. It's a mental state where you're completely immersed in an activity and everything else fades away. But as you know, getting into the flow state can be challenging and staying in it even more so. That's why mastering the flow state is essential if you want to take your performance to the next level. In this video, we'll show you how to enter and stay in the flow state and share some tips to help you master it. With these tools, you'll be able to use the flow state to enhance your performance in any area of your life. So let's get started and learn how to master the flow state. The flow state, also known as being in the zone, is a powerful state of mind that can lead to enhanced performance, creativity, and enjoyment. When you're in the flow state, everything else fades away and you're fully immersed in the task at hand. You may experience a sense of effortless action, time distortion, and heightened focus and awareness. But now you must be thinking, how does the flow state work? The flow state is a fascinating and elusive mental state that has captured the interest of many researchers. When you're in the flow state, you experience a unique set of characteristics that are different from other states of mind. One of the most defining aspects of the flow state is complete immersion in the task at hand. In this state, you lose track of time and become fully absorbed in what you're doing. You may also experience a sense of effortless action, where things seem to happen automatically, without much conscious effort. Scientists have also identified specific brainwave patterns and neurochemical changes that occur during the flow state. In this state, there is a decrease in activity in the prefrontal cortex, which is associated with self-awareness and cognitive control. There is also an increase in dopamine, which is a neurotransmitter that is associated with pleasure and reward. The challenge skill balance is another critical factor that determines whether or not flow occurs. When the challenge of a task matches your skill level, flow can occur. If the task is too easy, you may become bored. If it's too difficult, you may become anxious or frustrated. Understanding how the flow state works can help you achieve it more consistently and reap its benefits. But how can you enter the flow state? Well, entering the flow state is not always easy, but with some practice and persistence, it can become a regular part of your routine. One of the key things to remember is that everyone's experience of flow is unique, so it's essential to experiment and find what works best for you. When you have a clear sense of what you want to achieve, you're more likely to become fully immersed in the activity. It's also essential to eliminate distractions and create an environment that supports focus and concentration. Focusing on the present moment is also crucial for achieving flow. When you're in the flow state, you're not worrying about the past or the future, and you're fully engaged in the present moment. Besides, it's important to block out distractions, manage your environment, and allow yourself to be comfortable with discomfort. To get the most out of the flow, try to wake up early in the morning when you are most alert. Block out at least 90 minutes for uninterrupted concentration and turn off all distractions such as phone and social media. With these tips, we can cultivate flow and experience the benefits of this state of effortless effort. Finally, it's important to find activities that promote flow. Not all tasks are created equal in terms of the flow. Find tasks that are challenging but not too difficult, and that allows you to use your skills and creativity to their fullest extent. By using these techniques in your daily routine, you can begin to enter the flow state more consistently. Once you enter the flow state, the next main challenge is to stay in it. Staying in the flow state can be a struggle, but there are rules you can apply to maintain it. It's easy to become distracted by thoughts or external stimuli, but by keeping your attention on the present moment, you can maintain flow. When you have a new thought not connected to the activity you're doing, try to recognize that you don't have to pay attention to this new thought that emerged and refocus your attention back on the previous task as fast as you could. When you hear some external distraction like movement, people talking, etc., again, tell yourself that you will not pay any attention to those things and just refocus back to the task you're doing. It's also sort of an exercise for your inner voice. Some people are also saying that flow state is somewhat similar to a meditation, where your thoughts are silenced and you are just observing or doing some activity without much thinking. Another key to staying in the flow state is to embrace challenges. When you encounter difficulties, don't become discouraged. Instead, see them as opportunities to learn and grow. This can help you maintain the challenge skill balance that is crucial for flow. Lastly, it's important to take breaks when you need them. Flow can be exhausting, and it's essential to take care of yourself to avoid burnout. Take a few moments to rest and recharge, and then return to the task with renewed energy and focus. With this, you'll be well on your way to mastering the flow state. Mastering the flow state is about developing the skills and mindset needed to consistently achieve this state of mind. It's not enough to simply enter the flow state occasionally. You have to be able to access it when you need to, and so to say, when you want to. Just imagine that you have control over your focus and attention, that you can enter the flow state on command. One of the keys to mastering the flow state is to be intentional about your goals. Being consistent and having some sort of a system built in and tracking your progress. Setting clear goals for each day that are challenging but achievable will help you stay engaged and motivated, even when the going gets tough. Another important aspect of mastering the flow is developing a growth mindset. Embrace challenges, learn from your mistakes, and stay open to new experiences. As many wise people have said, there are no mistakes, there is only learning. Finally, be patient with yourself. Mastery takes time and practice. By consistently using these techniques we've discussed, you'll be able to improve your ability to enter and stay in the flow state. With dedication and effort, you can master the flow state and achieve your full potential. If you would be interested in more tools for focus, check out our episode on that. Thank you for your time. If you found this video helpful, just hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more videos on enhancing focus, productivity and well-being. And now, I wish you a great mastering the flow.